focus this hour. Politics has erupted soon after the election dates were announced. The Lok Sabha elections will, if you remember, be held in 7 phases from the 19th of April to the 1st of June. The results will then be out on the 4th of June. However, the opposition leaders are questioning the 7-phase election process. They allege that this is only going to benefit the ruling Saffron party. Several leaders also say that the result announcement date, which is the 4th of June, is also an excuse for extending the election process. The opposition also questioned the idea of one nation, one election when the Election Commission is not able to conduct shorter duration elections at this point. Now, apart from the Lok Sabha elections, the assembly elections have also been announced in 4 states. These are the states of Sikkim, Arunachal Pradesh, Odisha and Andhra Pradesh. However, when questioned about Jammu and Kashmir, the Chief Election Commissioner said that polls in the Union Territory will be held only after Lok Sabha polls are over because of security reasons. Now, this has become another political flashpoint. The last assembly elections in Jammu and Kashmir were, remember, held back in 2014. And for nearly 6 years now, the region has been without an elected government. Now, Jammu and Kashmir political leaders have expressed disappointment over denied elections, and they've even questioned the motive of the Election Commission.
दिसंबर 23 से हमारा लीगली चुनाव कराने का रास्ता खुला है असेंबली का। तो अभी तक तो मार्च ही है, अभी तक तो बर्फ ही है, अभी तक तो कुछ कराने का प्रश्न ही नहीं था। ये पहला मौका था हमारे पास जबकि हम साथ करा सकते थे। सभी पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज ने हमसे कहा कि अब एक साथ कराइए। सबने कहा, मैं कोई इसमें, और हम मिलने ही पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज से गए थे तो उनकी बात सुनना हमारा मतलब काम भी था। उसके बाद जब हमने एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिवली मीटिंग्स की तो ऑल डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स, ऑल ऑफिसर्स, ऑलमोस्ट जितने यूनानिमस पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज थी उतने ही यूनानिमस वो लोग थे कि एक साथ कराने में उन्हें वैसे इतनी दिक्कत नहीं है, बट उन्हें इतनी सिक्योरिटी फोर्सेस की एडिशनल आवश्यकता होगी। हम भी इसी इच्छा के थे कि एक ही बार में दोनों चुनाव हो जाए, उसी बार में मशीन जाए, उसी बार में डबल डबल खर्चा भी ना हो। लेकिन उतनी उपलब्धता एक साथ इतने बड़े देश में हो पाना कि असेसमेंट के बाद संभव नहीं हो पाया। अब वैसे भी सितंबर तक की समय सीमा तो है ही है, लेकिन हम बहुत जल्दी करेंगे कि हम करें, बहुत जल्दी करें, जिसमें यात्रा का भी ध्यान रखेंगे।
Now, we are going to welcome my colleague Pradeep, who joins us from the ground in Jammu and Kashmir, to get us more of a perspective of the residents of the valley. And we also want to welcome Tushar Gupta, who is a political analyst. Both of them are joining us on the broadcast right now to talk about the main point, which is the J&K elections, which are not going to be slated with the Lok Sabha elections. They're instead going to be happening later this year, as per the Election Commission. Mr. Gupta, do remain with us. Thank you so much for joining us. But before we come to you, first going to be crossing over to my colleague Pradeep on the ground. Pradeep, would you be able to ask the residents of the valley who you're with, how do they feel about the fact that elections are going to be finally be conducted, just not alongside the Lok Sabha elections?
See, you're absolutely right, because this election not to be conducted along with the Lok Sabha election, the assembly elections. So it has become a kind of a political flashpoint. And we have seen that how the statements are coming from the National Conference and right up to Mahua Mitra. She is even trying to politicize the valor of our Agniveer. She is trying to rope in those Agniveers also, though Agniveers have nothing to do with the security. They are the one who are deployed on the border. And they are saying that this is a disappointment because on one hand, the government keeps on talking about one nation, one election. So why they are not conducting? So I'll be interacting with the people, what actually the people here are feeling. So they also are on the same page. So what the political parties are thinking, or the people have a different point of view. So how you see this thing? Because political parties say they are dejected, they are disappointed. Why can't they conduct assembly election? So you are happy that assembly elections are not conducted, or you feel it should have been conducted with the Lok Sabha election?
First we talk about the political parties. They are power hungry people basically, and knowing very well that their fate is now sealed. All these people you have talked about, National Conference or others, they somehow want to lap on to power. But where were they, if they really mean a democratic processing, where were they when we had local elections for the panchayats? They boycotted it. Is it very strange? They should have participated. Now, J&K is in a very peculiar situation. We have seen, after removal of Article 370, how the ground level should have been, created for a very level playing field has not really happened. There is a lot of fine-tuning still required, institutional, political. So this fine-tuning, unless this percolates down below. And we are out from the mess of the last 70 years. J&K should not be subjected to a local assembly election at all. This is my very...
You too agree with him what actually he's saying?
I agree with Shailendra Amma. It's very true because we had never seen such kind of development in Jammu region. I see roads, I think everything which is happening for general public. Whenever, if there is a popular government, will be at big loss. Reason being, these local leaders will carry on but ending selfish needs. They will fulfill only selfish needs, whereas common cause will go far.
So very important point. See, the people here are raising one, that why they had boycotted the Panchayat elections. They are really concerned about the democracy because often they say that the government is not adopting the democratic means so far as Jammu and Kashmir is concerned. So why they had boycotted Panchayat polls that time? But one thing is quite clear what the people are saying. They say they only want to be chief minister, they want to be rulers, they want to fill their coffer, they want to look after the vested interests, and in their viewpoint also 370 was a kind of a stumbling block. You also feel the same thing?
Absolutely. There is no need at present.
They say it is for the people because we want that people should have election because it's a bureaucratic state.
People are not happy with the election. People feel that the present regime should continue, and whatever measures have been taken, they should be brought to the ground levels. And people are happy, as you earlier listened. The development work, especially in Jammu region, people are happy. Let the whole work be completed. And
you think that these politicians were not doing anything because when they were
nothing, absolutely nothing. You know, we are the refugees for the last 35 years. Nothing has been done.
See, we have got the people from the Kashmiri Pandit community also. They said that we had suffered because of them. If today we are putting up in homes away from home, it is because of these political class. None of them really spoke. They only tried to discredit our pain. They were busy with the appeasement politics. They tried to shift blame on other than Governor Jammu, and they were giving clean chit to Pakistan and Pak proxy. So they had been suffering a lot. So they feel that this time is not really right for the assembly election because they're very happy with what actually the Lieutenant Governor right now is doing. It is on the path of development, and security scenario is also improving. Lok Sabha election is fine. They will be taking part in that. But so far as assembly election is concerned, they said assembly election can be kept on hold. That's what actually all these people here are saying. So they are not on the same page what the political parties are saying because they have suffered a lot, because they feel whenever the political parties had been in power, whether it was Abdullahs, whether it was Muftis, they'd only been looking after their vested interests. Nobody was concerned about the people. So that's one of the reasons nobody is with them today.